Have you ever wondered what your dog is really trying to tell you? For years, we've believed in the alpha myth, thinking dogs want to dominate us. But dogs aren't little wolves. They're our companions, shaped by thousands of years with humans. True connection comes from understanding, not control. Let's discover how to see the world through your dog's eyes. The alpha dog myth promises a quick fix. Just be dominant, and your dog will obey. Popularized by TV and outdated science, it appeals to our desire for control. But real wolf packs are families, not hierarchies of force. The alpha myth is seductive, but it's built on flawed science, and can harm your bond with your dog. Dominance training uses intimidation and physical corrections, like alpha rolls and leash pops, to force dogs into submission. This approach creates fear, anxiety, and distrust, damaging the bond between you and your dog. True obedience comes from trust and understanding, not fear. Choose compassion over dominance for a happier, healthier relationship. The alpha myth is a dead end. True partnership with our dogs means moving away from dominance and toward trust, kindness, and understanding. We teach, guide, and reward the behaviors we want, building a bond based on positive reinforcement. This is how we become our dog's best friend and true partners for life. The alpha myth began in the 1940s, when researchers studied unrelated wolves forced together in zoo enclosures. These stressed captive wolves fought for dominance, leading to the idea of an alpha. But in the wild, wolf packs are families, led by parents, not by force. Today, even the original researchers work to correct this myth. New research revealed wolf packs are families, not dominance hierarchies. But the alpha myth had already spread, jumping from science to dog training books, TV, and popular culture. Owners were told to be the pack leader, turning normal dog behavior into a struggle for power. But dogs aren't wolves. They've evolved to be our partners, not our rivals. Why did this flawed theory become so incredibly popular? The answer lies in human psychology. We are creatures who crave simplicity and control. When faced with a complex problem, like a dog's behavioral issue, we are naturally drawn to simple solutions. The alpha myth provides the ultimate simple solution. It boils down every possible problem: anxiety, fear, lack of training, overexcitement, boredom, to one single cause: a struggle for dominance. If the diagnosis is simple, the cure must be simple too. All you have to do is show your dog who's boss. This narrative is incredibly seductive because it promises a fast, easy answer to what can be a very frustrating and emotional situation for a dog owner. This desire for a quick fix is powerful. A new puppy owner struggling with house training, or an owner with a newly adopted dog that pulls on the leash, wants results now. They don't want to hear about complex learning theory or the weeks and months it might take to build a new behavior through positive reinforcement. The alpha theory offers an immediate, hands-on technique. It tells you that you can solve the problem in this very moment with a physical correction or an act of intimidation. It feels proactive. It feels like you are taking charge. This sense of immediate control is a potent selling point, even if the long-term consequences are harmful. Furthermore, the dominance model absolves the owner of the need for deeper understanding. It suggests you don't need to learn to read your dog's subtle body language. You don't need to figure out if your dog is acting out of fear, boredom, or physical pain. You just need to be more alpha. This is an appealing shortcut. It allows people to bypass the hard work of learning about canine ethology and communication. It replaces empathy and observation with a simple formula for control. The myth's persistence is a testament to how much we prefer a simple lie over a complex truth, especially when that lie promises to make our lives easier. Finally, the alpha concept resonates with our own primate instincts. Human societies are often built on hierarchies, and we instinctively understand concepts of power and status. The idea of a pack leader just feels right to many people because it mirrors social structures we see in our own world. Projecting this model onto our dogs seems natural. It's easy to see your household as a pack and yourself as its leader. The theory sells because it speaks our language, not our dogs'. It provides a human-centric solution to a canine problem, ignoring the fact that dogs have their own unique and cooperative way of navigating their social world. Nothing launched the alpha myth into the global stratosphere more than television. In the early 2000s, a new kind of celebrity was born: the TV dog trainer. With primetime shows broadcast to millions of viewers, these charismatic figures brought the alpha theory directly into living rooms around the world. They presented a compelling spectacle of transformation. In the space of a one-hour episode, they'd confront so-called red zone dogs with severe aggression or behavioral issues, and, through a series of dramatic techniques, seemingly bring them under control. The message was clear and visually powerful. Dominance works, and it works fast. These shows were masters of editing and storytelling. They focused on the before and after, showing a growling, lunging dog at the beginning and a calm, seemingly compliant dog at the end. What viewers rarely saw was the scientific fallout or the long-term impact on the dog's emotional state. The techniques used were often classic dominance methods: finger jabs to the neck, sharp leash corrections with prong or choke collars, and the infamous alpha roll. On camera, presented with dramatic music and a confident narrative voiceover, these confrontational methods were framed as necessary and effective communication. The trainer wasn't being mean. They were just speaking the dog's language. The influence of these shows cannot be overstated. They made the TV trainers household names and their methods the go-to solution for millions of desperate dog owners. People saw what appeared to be magic on their screens and wanted to replicate it at home. If the world's most famous dog trainer used these methods, they must be correct. This created a powerful cycle. The more popular the shows became, the more the alpha myth was reinforced as common knowledge. Other trainers, seeing the demand, began to adopt and teach these same dominance-based techniques, further cementing the myth's place in the mainstream training world. The problem is that television is entertainment, not education. The primary goal of these shows was to create drama and a satisfying resolution within a short time frame, not to provide scientifically sound, ethical advice. They rarely explain the risks of the techniques, such as the potential for making fear and aggression worse, or the phenomenon of learned helplessness, where a dog simply shuts down out of fear. Viewers were sold a fantasy of quick control, a magic wand for their dog's problems. This pop culture phenomenon became the single biggest engine for spreading the alpha myth, and its legacy is the confusion and misinformation that positive trainers still fight against today. The alpha myth changed how we see our dogs, introducing a language of conflict, dominance, submission, and control, where there should be partnership and trust. It taught us to misinterpret our dogs' actions, ignore their emotions, and use harsh tools. To move forward, we must see our dogs as companions, not competitors. Dominance-based training may look like success, But if you read a dog's body language, you see stress and fear, not respect. Lip licks, yawns, averted gazes, and tucked tails are silent pleas for help, not defiance. Punishing these signals silences peaceful communication, leaving only growls and snaps. True respect comes from understanding, not fear. When a dog's stress signals are ignored or punished, they may give up, becoming passive and withdrawn. This is called learned helplessness. The dog appears calm, but inside, they're emotionally shut down, not trained, but broken. This is not success. It's a loss of joy, curiosity, and confidence. Dominance-based training often creates aggression, not compliance. By punishing warning signals like growling, we intensify a dog's fear and anxiety, teaching them to skip warnings and go straight to biting. Instead of solving problems, these methods fracture trust, increase reactivity, and leave dogs feeling alone and defensive. Dominance training doesn't just cause aggression, it creates chronic anxiety that becomes a dog's new normal. Living in fear of unpredictable punishment, dogs become hesitant, worried, and unable to relax. The scars of anxiety run deep, often mistaken for obedience, but they reveal a companion suffering in silence, robbed of joy and trust. Dominance training destroys trust between humans and dogs, turning a relationship built on partnership into one of fear and confusion. Our bond with dogs should be about mutual trust and safety, not intimidation. When we become the source of fear, the connection is lost. True companionship comes from kindness, not control. Forget the alpha myth. Modern science shows dogs' social structures are fluid, not about dominance. Dogs cooperate, avoid conflict, and form friendships, not rigid hierarchies. Leadership is situational, based on experience, not alpha status. We bred dogs to be partners, not rivals. Embrace cooperation. This is the first step toward a true partnership. Dog communication is subtle, mostly about keeping the peace, not asserting dominance. Appeasement gestures, like lip licking, yawning, or curving during greetings, signal friendly intent. Distance-increasing signals, such as freezing or a hard stare, politely ask for space, not a fight. Punishing these signals, especially a growl, removes vital warnings and can lead to real conflict. Well-socialized dogs expertly read and use these cues to avoid trouble. Our job is to recognize and respect these signals, supporting our dogs and strengthening our bond. Play is how dogs practice social skills and build relationships. The play bow, front down, tail up, signals, "This is just for fun." Dogs use self-handicapping and take turns to keep play fair and enjoyable for everyone. If play gets too rough, a quick play bow resets the mood. Healthy play is about cooperation, not dominance, and shows dogs empathy and communication skills. We should model this fairness and fun in our own interactions with dogs. Positive reinforcement aligns with dogs' cooperative nature. Rewarding desired behaviors with treats, toys, or praise makes learning a joyful game. Dogs become eager, creative learners, not fearful of making mistakes. This approach builds trust and a strong partnership, not compliance through fear. Shaping complex behaviors step by step keeps dogs motivated and successful. Positive reinforcement is the real key to unlocking your dog's potential. Forget the pack hierarchy. Think of your dog as family. Good leadership is about guidance, consistency, and kindness, not force. Earn your dog's trust by setting clear rules and rewarding cooperation. Give your dog safe choices to build confidence and reduce anxiety. Focus on support, not control, to help your dog succeed. True canine communication is a partnership, not a power struggle. Positive reinforcement transforms training into a partnership. Mark and reward good choices. Your dog learns what works and wants to repeat it. Training becomes a fun, engaging game, not a battle of wills. Teach rules and boundaries by rewarding desirable behaviors, not punishing mistakes. Every positive interaction builds trust and strengthens your bond. A dog who trusts you will look to you for guidance, creating a true partnership. The clicker is a powerful tool for positive reinforcement training. Its distinct sound marks the exact moment your dog does something right, followed by a treat. This clear, consistent signal bridges the communication gap, speeds up learning, and builds your dog's confidence. Clicker training turns learning into a fun, rewarding puzzle for both of you. Once you have a marker signal like a clicker, you can start teaching new behaviors. Two wonderful techniques for this are luring and shaping. Luring is exactly what it sounds like. You use a treat as a lure to guide your dog into a desired position. For example, to teach a sit, you can hold a treat near your dog's nose and slowly move it backward over their head. As their nose follows the treat up, their rear end will naturally lower into a sit. The moment their bottom hits the floor, you click and give them the treat. It's an easy, gentle way to show your dog what you want without any physical force. After a few repetitions of luring the sit, you can start to fade the lure. This means you make the same hand motion, but without a treat actually in your hand. Your dog, who has learned to follow the hand signal, will still sit. When they do, you click and then give them a treat from your other hand. Over time, you can make the hand signal smaller and smaller until it becomes a subtle, crisp cue. This process empowers the dog to perform the behavior based on a signal, rather than just following a piece of food. It's a smooth transition from being physically guided to understanding a verbal or visual command, all done in a positive, force-free way. Shaping is another incredible technique, especially for more complex behaviors. Shaping is the art of building a behavior in small, incremental steps. You start by rewarding a tiny piece of the final behavior and gradually raise the criteria. Imagine you want to teach your dog to go to their mat. First, you might click and treat your dog for just looking at the mat. Then you wait until they take a step toward it before you click and treat. Then you might require them to put one paw on the mat, then two paws, and eventually, for lying down completely on the mat. You are shaping their behavior, one small success at a time. This process of shaping is like a fun hot and cold game for your dog. It encourages them to think and problem solve. It builds immense confidence because the dog is an active partner in figuring out the puzzle. They learn that trying new things leads to rewards. This is how trainers teach dogs to perform amazing feats, from turning off lights to retrieving specific objects. But it can be used for simple behaviors too. Both luring and shaping are respectful methods that honor the dog's intelligence. They are conversations, not commands, that build a strong working relationship based on clear communication and mutual trust. Building trust with your dog means giving them agency, safe choices in their daily life. Let them pick toys, explore on walks, and decide where to rest. This freedom reduces anxiety, builds confidence, and strengthens your bond. A confident, happy dog is one who feels secure and in control of their world. The true power of positive training is not just in the theory, it's in the real-world results. All over the world, there are stories of dogs who were once labeled aggressive, fearful, or untrainable, but who have completely transformed through patient, kind, and science-based methods. Consider the story of Max, a rescue dog who was terrified of men. His previous training involved harsh corrections for growling, which only made his fear worse. His new owner, working with a positive trainer, started from scratch. They never forced interactions. Instead, male visitors would simply toss high-value treats in Max's direction without even looking at him, and then leave. Slowly, over many weeks, Max's perception began to change. He started to associate men with delicious chicken, not with threats. His body language softened. The tense posture was replaced by a curious and hopeful one. One day, he voluntarily approached a male visitor, sniffed his hand, and gently took a treat. It was a breakthrough moment, built on countless tiny steps of trust building. Max was never dominated into submission. He was given the space and positive experiences he needed to change his own mind. He learned that men were not scary, and his world opened up. This is not a miracle. It is the predictable and beautiful result of changing a dog's emotional response. Then there is the story of Luna, a high-energy border collie who was destructive when left alone. Her previous owners had tried a shock collar to punish the behavior, which led to severe anxiety and made the destruction even worse. A foster family introduced her to puzzle toys, food dispensing games, and long safari walks before they left the house. They used a camera to find the point where she started to get anxious and began a desensitization program, leaving for just a few seconds at a time and rewarding her for being calm. They were not punishing the anxiety. They were building her confidence and teaching her that being alone was safe and even rewarding. Luna learned to settle. The frantic energy that had once fueled destruction was now channeled into engaging enrichment activities. She learned that her humans always came back and that being alone was a time for calm naps and fun puzzles. Her transformation showed that her bad behavior was just a symptom of unmet needs and overwhelming anxiety. By addressing the root cause with enrichment and confidence-building exercises, the destructive behavior disappeared on its own. She didn't need to be punished, she needed to be understood. These stories, and thousands like them, are a testament to the healing power of positive training. They prove that building trust, not asserting dominance, is the true path to a happy and well-behaved dog. When we look into our dog's eyes, we see not a rival, but a friend. They're not seeking control. They want partnership, trust, and understanding. The future with our dogs is built on empathy, patience, and joy. This is the path to a truly happy, harmonious life together. Dogs are sentient beings with rich emotional lives: joy, fear, love, and grief. Respecting this means caring for their emotional well-being, not just their obedience. Humane training honors their trust and individuality. Our responsibility is to be compassionate guardians, meeting their needs and building a partnership based on kindness and respect. The alpha myth sold us a false image of leadership. It told us that leaders must be domineering, confrontational, and rule through intimidation. But as we have learned, this is not what our dogs need, nor is it the hallmark of effective leadership in any healthy social group. Real leaders, the kind our dogs will willingly and joyfully follow, do not lead through force. They lead with kindness, consistency, and a deep well of trust. They are benevolent guides who make the world predictable, safe, and full of positive opportunities. This is the type of leader your dog is biologically primed to follow, the kind of partner they have been evolving alongside us to seek for millennia. A kind leader is a patient teacher. They understand that learning takes time and that mistakes are part of the process, not acts of defiance. When a dog fails to respond to a cue, a kind leader doesn't punish. They ask, "Was my cue unclear? Is the environment too distracting? Is my dog feeling stressed?" They take responsibility for setting the dog up for success. They break down complex behaviors into small, easy-to-learn steps, ensuring the dog feels confident and successful throughout the training process. This approach fosters a love of learning and a dog who sees their human as a trusted instructor, not a fearsome drill sergeant. A kind leader is also a provider and a protector. They control valuable resources like food, toys, and access to the outdoors, but they share them generously as a reward for cooperation. This teaches the dog that polite behavior is the key to getting what they want, a far more effective lesson than punishing impolite behavior. A kind leader also advocates for their dog, protecting them from situations that are overwhelming. They will cross the street to avoid a scary dog, ask strangers not to pet their shy dog, and create a safe space for their dog at home. The dog learns that their human can be counted on to keep them safe, which builds a rock-solid foundation of trust. This model of benevolent leadership is far more powerful than any display of dominance. A dog who trusts you will work harder for you, focus better for you, and look to you for guidance when faced with uncertainty. They will offer you their loyalty and cooperation freely. The respect you gain is genuine, earned through countless acts of kindness and consistency. It is a deep, resilient bond that cannot be created with a leash pop or a show of force. By letting go of the alpha myth, we are free to become the leaders our dogs have always wanted. Not a fearsome alpha, but a beloved and trustworthy guardian. Section 4. Resources for your journey forward. Embracing this new path of positive, science-based training is an exciting journey, and you are not alone. There is a vast and growing community of trainers, behaviorists, and fellow dog lovers who are dedicated to these humane and effective methods. Continuing your education is the best way to build your skills and confidence. One of the most important steps you can take is to find a qualified professional trainer who is committed to positive reinforcement. Look for certifications from reputable organizations like the Karen Pryor Academy, the Pet Professional Guild, or the Certification Council for Professional Dog Trainers. These trainers have been rigorously tested on their knowledge of learning theory and their commitment to force-free methods. Beyond finding a trainer, there is a wealth of information available to you. There are honestly countless brilliant books written by ethologists, veterinarians, and trainers that can deepen your understanding of canine behavior. Look for authors like Dr. Patricia McConnell, Jean Donaldson, Dr. Karen Overall, and Turid Rugas. Their work can provide invaluable insights into everything from canine body language to solving complex behavior problems. Reading these books is like having a world-class expert guide you on your journey, providing the scientific background for the methods you are using and empowering you to better understand your own dog. The internet is also a powerful tool, if used wisely. Seek out websites, blogs, and podcasts from reputable positive training organizations and certified professionals. Many veterinary behaviorists and organizations like the American Veterinary Society of Animal Behavior offer free articles and position statements that debunk dominance myths and provide science-backed advice. Online courses and webinars can also provide structured learning on specific topics, from puppy socialization to dealing with leash reactivity. Be critical of your sources. Prioritize information from certified experts over anecdotal advice from social media forums or television personalities who prioritize entertainment over ethics. Finally, remember that the best resource of all is sitting right at your feet. Your own dog is your greatest teacher. Spend time simply observing them. Watch how they interact with the world, what makes them happy, what makes them nervous. Learn to read their unique signals. Every training session is an opportunity to learn more about them and to refine your communication skills. This journey is not about reaching a destination of a perfect dog. It's about the ever-evolving process of learning and growing together. By arming yourself with knowledge and leading with empathy, you have everything you need to build the relationship of a lifetime. Section 5. A call to action. Join the movement. You now hold a powerful truth. You understand that the alpha myth is not just a harmlessly outdated idea, but a dangerous falsehood that actively harms dogs and destroys the bond we share with them. You know that there is a better way, a path of kindness, science, and cooperation that leads to a deeper and more joyful relationship. Now we ask you to take this knowledge and become part of a growing global movement. This is a movement to debunk dominance myths and create a kinder, more fulfilling world for the dogs who give us so much. Your voice and your actions matter more than you know. Your first and most important action is in your own home. Commit to using positive reinforcement with your own dog. Throw away the prong collars and the choke chains. Learn to read your dog's body language and listen to what they are telling you. Celebrate their small successes, manage their environment to help them succeed, and lead with patience and empathy. Your happy, confident, and well-behaved dog will become a walking ambassador for the power of positive training. When friends, family, and neighbors ask for your secret, you will have the opportunity to share what you have learned and guide them toward a better path. Next, use your voice to share this message. When you hear someone repeating the outdated pack leader advice, speak up politely, share an article, recommend a book, or tell them about your own positive experience. Many people simply don't know there is another way, and they are using dominance methods because that is all they have ever been taught. You can be the person who opens their eyes to a kinder approach. Support businesses, from pet stores to veterinarians to groomers, that champion force-free principles. Your consumer choices can help shift the entire industry toward more humane practices. Finally, we invite you to connect with the larger community. If you found this information helpful, share it. Spreading this message helps combat the flood of misinformation still prevalent in pop culture. Follow reputable positive trainers and behaviorists on social media, engage in conversations, and help amplify science-based content. By working together, we can change the narrative. We can make dominance theory a relic of the past and make positive reinforcement the gold standard for dog training everywhere. Join us in this mission. Let's build a future where every dog is treated not as a subordinate to be dominated, but as a cherished friend to be understood. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe.